Hi, I'm Merrick D'Amato.
And I'm the other one.
And welcome to MindBreakers.
Sup?
Going to bring up our wheel now.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Here it is.
Bam. And we're going to give this wheel a spin.
There it is! Let's see what we got. Felidae?
Felidae.
We're gonna watch Felidae?
Oh, sweet fucking Jesus.
Do you want to?
Have to.
We don't have to.
A cat must investigate brutal murders of other cats in a neighborhood he has moved into with his owner.
This is happening, guys. Oh, God.
I just gotta say, Chris Vaughn from Reload Entertainment, if you're watching this, I told you it's real. You didn't believe me, but it's fucking real.
And Vince Vaughn, if you're watching this, what the fuck are you doing right now?
Why are you watching? Don't you have better shit to
are
do,
you
Vince
here?
Vaughn, than watch my show?
Make Vince Vaughn banging your mom a thing.
I apologize for what Gio Di Fernera have said. The views of Gio Di Fernera do not necessarily represent the views of Normal Entertainment.
Nor does Robot Chicken's views. Because it's a Robot Chicken thing. It is. Vince Vaughn banging your mom. It's a Robot Chicken thing.
Let's watch the fucking movie.
Das, was ich im Leben am meisten hasse, sind Umzüge. Ich hätte keine Pfote in dieses Haus setzen sollen.
Mit katzenartiger Geschwindigkeit eroberte ein Buch die Bestsellerlisten und begeistert und bewegt seit Jahren die Herzen der Leser. Felidae. Seither wartet ein Millionenpublikum auf die Verfilmung. Endlich ist es soweit. Der berühmte Katzendetektiv kommt in die Kinos.
Wie nennt man dich? Klugscheißer. Francis. Francis.
Vertraue mir.
Wer bist du? Er war hier. Aber wo ist er jetzt?
Ein Freund, der vom Himmel gefallen ist.
Du bist blind.
Ich bin nicht blind. Ich kann nur nicht sehen.
Felidae mit den Stimmen von Ulrich Tukur als Francis,
Mir kommt da eine wahnsinnige Idee.
Mario Adorf als Blaubart,
Und der Schlaumeier da drüben heißt Pascal.
Uwe Ochsenknecht als Archie,
Aber Parkett ist das Mindeste, Gustav.
Helge Schneider als Jesaja
Explodierte auch das Traumland.
und als Pascal Klaus Maria Brandauer.
Die Evolution hat eine erstaunliche Vielzahl von Lebewesen hervorgebracht.
Eine Vorbereitung auf etwas ganz Besonderes, Unvorstellbares.
Felidae als Buch ein Sensationserfolg. Jetzt der Film.
Everybody wants to be a cat
and get murdered.
Egg for young.
Shanghai, one pong for young.
Fortune cookie always wrong. This movie was fucking nuts.
Yes.
This movie
love
is
this
not
movie.
sane.
This movie was great. So, I've never seen it before. Merrick has
seen it
multiple
repeatedly.
times. Yes. This is another one of those cases that, like, I just want to know, like, what state of being were you in when you watched this the first time? Like,
Well,
what, like, how old were you?
I was still in Cégep. I was in my third year Cégep, so I think I'd be like 20.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're not that far back.
Because a few years ago I saw the death scene from it
Yeah.
in a list of top something non-Disney villain death.
Okay.
It was a kind of like
Animated character deaths?
non-Disney animated film deaths.
Interesting.
And it was like set to music. It was just a kind of montage of a bunch of all of them
Yeah.
that I can find.
Wow, man. This was a crazy movie, honestly.
Oh, hell fucking
this was
yes.
really good. I enjoyed I actually really enjoyed this.
I had fun.
Yeah. I'm kind of glad that, like, I got to watch this and not, like, one of the other people.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was one that I'm kind of, I don't know, glad I didn't miss. Because, like, honestly, this was going to be on my list regardless of, like, whether I was going to watch it on the show or not. Like, this has been on my list for a bit, like, ever since you told me about it.
So, first thing
really
you gotta
good.
know about this movie is
It's
German.
Yeah, this is a German movie that was a German animated movie about a bunch of cats.
It's a film noir.
It's a film noir about, like, cats trying to solve cat murders.
Yep.
And this was made in 1989?
1989.
Yeah, this was made in 89.
Don't know when it was dubbed. I don't know when it was dubbed.
Yeah.
Obviously,
by a guy named Hanno Huth.
Hanno Hirth.
Huth?
Hirth.
The cricket on the earth.
Shut up. We're not doing that again.
I know. But, yeah, so...
also, if you're going to keep playing with the gun...
I'm just messing around with it. Like, it's giving me something to do while we're talking about
Makes
this.
too much noise, though.
Mm-hmm. So, every main character in this movie, basically, is a cat.
Yeah.
So
we start out with...
we have a main character.
Immediately what we see, the animation in this film is fucking
wonderful.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Fluid. Everything's really well designed.
Honestly, really, really nice animation. I've never really seen like that many German animated flicks.
Have you seen any German animated flicks?
I'm sure I have, but I don't know. I can't really bring one up.
There's a car, and we meet our main. It's narrated like a film noir by our main character Francis, who's a black and white cat with very bright green eyes, and who's moving into a new house with his owner Gustav, who is a writer of pulp romances.
Yeah. He used to study...
archaeology, specializing in ancient Egyptian gods. Which is only set up for why he has a certain book, which is one of the clues.
Yeah. Honestly, like, there's not really too much that the humans end up doing in this. Like him especially, like, normal sort of people. We do end up meeting a couple other ones, one of which is Rick Sanchez basically making a cameo in this.
Yep.
And, yeah.
So, they go to the house, they look around, Gustav is annoying, so we're not going to talk much about Gustav.
Yeah.
But Francis is going around exploring, he notices it smells like, has a kind of chemical medicine smell.
Yeah, like they're cooking meth in this fucking place, which just shows you, like, the quality of living in Germany.
Then he goes to his head, he looks out.
This movie's supposed to take place in Germany, right? Yeah.
Explores a bit, and he meets one of my favorite characters in the movie.
Yeah. Who
is outside a cat called Bluebeard.
Yep.
Bluebeard is a scarred up motherfucker.
He's
one eye.
He's essentially Cable. He looks like he stepped out of a Dark Horse comic.
It's just, you know that damaged paw of his?
Yeah.
Replace it with a metal arm?
Yeah.
You got Cable.
And the fucked up, yeah, exactly. He's got the fucked up eye.
Yes.
He's like all really
like tacos, Francis.
Yeah, basically. Like tacos, Francis!
His name is... Oh, yeah, good one.
There you go.
So wide.
Tying them together. Oh, I'm gonna fucking spell it out for you.
And then we find out immediately there's a cat that's been murdered. His name is...
F-R-A.
Cat that's been... What's the cat's name?
Fucked up spelling Francis.
Well done, Gio. Well done.
I know.
So what's the cat's name?
Oh, which one?
The first victim they find.
Oh, yeah, that
not Deep
one...
Purple. Not Deep Purple.
Oh yeah, they call other characters brothers in this.
Yeah. This one's a black brother because the cat itself is black.
Yeah.
I don't think you get the cat's name.
Shit. No, they ended up saying it. I just completely fucking forgot what it was called. Shit. I didn't write it down.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
It's okay. It's the first victim.
First victim, and Bluebeard speculates that thinks that it was a human who killed him.
Yeah, it's a male cat, and apparently it wasn't snipped.
It was a non-neutered male cat.
Yeah, none of the victims, from what they can tell, were neutered. So, like, basically all of them can make fuck. And, yeah, that factors into kind of, like, the MO of the murderer later in the movie. But yeah, this is indeed like a murder mystery. Like, you're trying to figure out, like, who did it, like, who done it the entire time. So, like, yeah, at first, I don't know, my guesses were, like, completely off. I thought it was a human at first, like, doing all this. But then, like, it turns out...
The Francis investigates a corpse and is like, I know, this doesn't look like a knife. His throat was shredded, not cut.
Yeah.
So, then that goes. Is this when they meet Kong, or is that after the second victim?
They meet Kong when they go out, looking around.
Francis has a hallucination while listening to, because he's there. Some weirdo's talking about parquet. He's not important. That's not important.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But he has a hallucination of this faceless scientist.
Yeah.
Smack him into the ceiling with a chain.
Yeah, basically,
and dragging him to hell.
He has essentially this boss fight with this fucking human with no face.
And then just being dragged to hell. We look up. The face is still gone, but we see he has cat's eyes, and freaking the cat wakes up like, "What the fuck did I smoke?" And then
there's quite a few of those moments in this movie, honestly.
And then and then he wakes up and Bluebeard's there. I was like, "Hey, come on, I gotta show you something. There's another victim." Okay, so is this one male too? Yeah. Was he neutered? No. So then Francis is already working out some kind of thing.
Yeah, they're just kind of piecing together.
He's killed in a garage.
Yeah.
Again, obviously teeth marks on the thing.
Yeah.
And but this one's an old cat called Deep Purple.
Yeah, and apparently his junk was it didn't even work anymore.
But he was still
excited, yeah. Which shows basically all of these murders are sex related.
Yeah.
So
they're leaving and they run into.
Oh, also, the cats call all of the humans can openers.
Can openers,
because that basically shows
that's all we are good for cats.
Yeah, exactly. That's all we're needed for.
Just to open food cans.
Exactly, which
accurate for cats.
Which proves further it's you don't live in a cat you don't the cat doesn't live in your house. You live in the cat's house. Yeah. So
which is but even though the cats don't realize we can kick them out of the house.
They don't know that. Fuck. Well, if cats knew that, they would be eternally grateful. I guess. I don't know. Or they just continue to be shitbags.
So they're leaving and they run into two neutered weirdo cats called Herman.
Yeah. Oh, were they all tomcats or no?
Most of the cats we meet
were
are toms, except for two.
Yeah.
It's called Herman and Herman.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the fucking shitbags. So, they end up walking around and they're like, oh, look around at the
Herman and
trash,
Herman.
you know? Yeah, exactly. Herman and Herman.
And then we meet an impossible fucking cat.
You look down, off of the little wall that they're on, and you just see this fucking giant bastard of a cat,
this muscle-bound fucking Wolverine.
This gigantic fucking beast living in the bushes. And it just jumps out of the bushes, and it's this big fucker named Kong.
It looks like fucking Ron Perlman.
Yeah. It looks like
talks about Francis
being the beast.
Something about cruising the gay scene.
Oh yeah, making jokes and shit about how effeminate the fucking and non.
But the thing is, Bluebeard is so badass.
Looks. Yeah.
He basically intimidates this giant cat out of a fight.
You know what this kind of reminds me of?
No.
Reminds me of the first little moments in L.A. Noire when you get paired up with that big guy, your first partner essentially. In that, when you get put on the desk.
Yeah. Well, I think it's based on that
traffic. I think
it's based on that kind of thing, though.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, that guy is the big dog in the big fish in the pond, and you're kind of tagging along with him, kind of riding behind for now.
So they go on and
yeah.
They go on investigating. They're eating fish when investigating possible ideas from the murders.
Yeah.
And then that night, Francis wakes up. He hears weird shit going on in his house.
Oh, yeah. Is this when they see the cult?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sees the cult. There's a cat called Joker spouting off the stuff about a martyr called Cloudandus.
Joker!
And they're throwing themselves into lightning.
Yep.
And then they chase him through the... In a really cool action scene.
Joker essentially is this big fucking cat that's spouting off fucking
He's a street preacher basically.
Yeah,
if you've seen that Christmas with the Cranks JonTron episode, he's a black guy spouting bullshit at the end.
Not even fucking way worse. You know those the cult leaders fucking what was that the Jonestown massacre? Yeah. He's essentially He's essentially the guy that was on the compound, basically that owned the compound or whatever. That's essentially what happened, and all of these fucking cats are drinking the Kool-Aid. They're like getting shocked by this massive fucking shock machine.
Then they find out he's there, like in Temple of Doom, and it's like, chase him.
Yeah, exactly. And
This is
after he makes a Aristocats.
Yes,
joke,
he makes an Aristocats joke.
which is what triggered us to start singing.
So they chase him through the rooftops of the city. Really cool action scene.
Yeah.
He falls through a skylight, and we meet a Russian blue called Felidae.
Oh yeah, he falls like into the roof, and she's just like
asking him. And they're going on about, like, oh, why were you running? The sect was chasing me. The Cloudanda sect was chasing me. I kind of spied one of their rituals. That sounds like them was going around. Is it light yet? Well, yes, surely you can see that. By the way,
when he was running away from all of those cats, he like straight up like slides down one of the roofs and like probably with enough friction to skin a cat's ass.
Yeah.
That should be a saying, right?
Yes.
Fast with enough friction to skin a cat's ass. That's a thing to say.
You can say it if you like. I won't.
I have. I'm gonna continue to say it. So, he ends up sliding into falling into this cat's house.
Felicity, when we find out she's blind, we get the best fucking line ever. You're blind. I'm not blind. I just can't see.
You're not?
That broke.
That killed me. That fucking killed me.
He was basically done for 5 minutes of giggling like an idiot.
Okay, honestly, after watching The Cricket on the Hearth and the fucking... How many other movies have we watched with, like, blind female characters?
I think the only Cricket on the Hearth.
I'm sure there's another.
And then she was blind.
From the shock of it. No, you know what happened? Frances falling through the roof caused her to go blind due to shock.
Wonderful. Goes around talking. She has a dream about about humans operating on her.
Yeah,
and then then Bluebeard.
It's comes. Like, oh, I've been blind since birth, but I have a memory of like a human picking me up, and like I see a white light, and then nothing else. So it's like, she was probably experimenting on it.
Bluebeard comes. It's like one of the many films come out of the 80s and 90s about animal testing.
Yeah,
like may name off a few.
Sure.
Plague Dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Which, if it wasn't so good, would probably go on the wheel.
Mm-hmm.
Fern Gully.
Okay.
Felidae. Yeah. Secret of Nim.
Well, I don't know. About Fern Gully. Fern Gully had like that as kind of like a side plot, I guess.
Also,
like it wasn't a
Fern Gully was stupid.
Yeah, that too. But I don't know. I guess rest in peace, Robin Williams.
Yeah. But it does. It's a dishonor to his memory to call things he did that weren't good.
Yeah, I know. But
like, you don't respect someone if you just blindly like everything they did.
That's true.
You have to be able to.
Yeah. So you know what? In memory of Robin Williams, here's the baddie rap just for you guys.
I'm not putting the baddie rap in my video.
No fucking around.
Yo, the name is Batty. The logic is erratic. Potato in the jacket. Bugs in the attic.
Stop. Fucking shit. Oh no.
So Bluebeard comes
Oh yeah, Bluebeard like opens up like the window the complete opposite way that Francis does, and this window opens up the complete opposite way for like the entire rest of the movie.
Dude, it turns 360 degrees.
That's the stupidest window in the world.
I know.
That like if it snows and like snow falls on one side, you're gonna fucking get snow in your house.
Well, so he tells the sect is harmless. We see.
But yeah, Bluebeard opens up the window, and it's just like
tells him the cult's harmless, and then we see
Felicity,
the
cult's real harmless,
kind of for the last time. And then he's like,
she shows up for like one scene,
and then we're going out. Some non-important talk happens, and we go to see one of my favorite characters in the movie, who is Pascal.
Oh yeah,
he lives in a house owned by a doctor called Zebold, who's got freaking Kama Sutra pictures on his wall that we see.
Yeah,
and he's using a computer as a database of all the cats. And documenting this cat.
The murders. I'd like to emphasize this.
Yeah.
This cat is using the computer.
Yeah,
we have a cat controlling the keyboard.
Da
This
da
is
da
a
da
keyboard.
da 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 da. I won't put keyboard. I won't put keyboard cat in my video in this video because we've kind of. It's
No,
only
we've
now
stressed
have
it
we
enough.
gotten away from the keyboard cat.
Yeah, we've stressed it enough.
He's talking about the murders and how he has all the cats in the neighborhood documented.
Two
by
of
breed.
which are Abba
Yep.
and a chat.
Yeah.
Which in French it's just
bi.
a cat.
No, in French, a chat is bi.
A chat is bi?
It would be un chat or une chat.
I guess so, but like a and then like
Yeah, but a
in
chat
French
is also
cat.
a chat is French for purchase
Yeah, that's true. Ash
or sale.
Ash.
It's
Yeah.
What's going on?
Anyways, so
What's
So,
fine,
yeah.
he's looking through all the victims.
yeah, it's like, oh, these
and
are all the
French
victims.
like, oh, they're all European short
they're
hairs.
all like, what
Yes,
was it? How many
you're
was there? Like 6?
five.
It's like, oh no, there's 7 now
5 you see.
or something.
They're
like
all
that.
European short hairs. Not all. I haven't entered the last victim.
Yeah,
Felicity.
yeah, exactly. So he
And
runs
he
back.
runs back and
Not
she's
only is she dead,
she's
her
been
head has
fucking
been
severed.
fucking ripped,
torn
Just, like,
off.
torn the fuck off, and like laid right next to her.
And he's talking. He has
Like
this,
it was a horrifying sight. That
Bluebeard
was
is
scary
consoling
as
him,
fuck.
and then we go
Yeah.
right in to what might be the weirdest fucking thing I've seen in a cartoon,
Which was
the
oh yeah, that entire
Joseph
like,
Gregory
God,
Joseph
that was-
Mendel.
Can I
which-
talk about that?
But first, you can. But first,
Yeah.
we're gonna put it right here.
The solution to the riddle is actually very simple. It's in the word Felidae. Evolution has created an astounding number of various creatures. Not one, however, deserves the respect and wonder that Felidae has earned. Do not forget the message of Claudandus. That is the key. Hop! 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 And hop! 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 And hop! 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 Hybrid plant experiments. Why is it that the peas in this pod are as alike as peas in a pod? Hybrid plant experiments!
Yes.
Okay, so what did you want to say about it?
Oh my god. What more is there to say besides like... Okay, so... First off, this priest is fucking swinging around cats on the fucking... on string.
Swinging a cat!
Swinging a cat!
Hey,
Yeah!
Guess some places in did have enough room to swing a dead cat. And Gio's down again. Down for the count.
Swinging a cat on a bridge. He's smiling. Oh yeah, my reaction to this was fuck muffins. That was my reaction.
Really,
to that
Gio did
little-
pull out a muffin and begin to fuck it.
No, but that's what I said. That was all my brain could muster after I watched this entire scene intently. Like from cat bodies to fucking swinging the cat.
And then he wakes up completely unfazed.
Yeah, he's just like, oh, I gotta I gotta stop eating so much fish.
What the fuck's wrong with you, cat?
He's gotta lay off the fucking catnip, man.
Then
And then we meet Rick Sanchez.
Yeah, then you get the video where it's about... stop laughing so much. I'd like to explain the video sequence.
I know.
It's a science lab, and they're trying to trying to research a thing that can bond skin back together.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, all it seems to do, because they're testing on cats, all it seems to do is just burn through cats' skin.
Yeah, and they're putting this on their brains.
So they find a cat they name Cloudandus. By the way, Cloudandus means he who must or will be sealed.
Yeah. And this is all being done by 2 scientists.
And then they kill 3 scientists.
One
of them, who I was joking, was Rick Sanchez. And then he
looks
legit
like him.
starts drinking.
Yeah, no, he looks like him.
And he's
though.
alcoholic too.
Yeah, he's got the white hair. He looks like older.
And then
he's got the lab coat, obviously. Except like he's got the thing covering his face most of the time. And when he kills cats, he just grabs a bottle and just starts chugging.
But they only find it works on one cat, who's the one they picked up, the stray they picked up called Cloudandus.
Yeah.
It works on him, and they try to and they dissect him and stuff. And
but then they came to the conclusion that apparently he was like a mutant.
He's a mutant,
Yeah.
and he all the other researchers,
and he's unable to
all his
make
funding,
offspring or something.
All his funding gets cut.
Yeah,
and we found out earlier, by the way, that Pascal he's safe. He's not a potential victim because he's already been neutered.
Yeah.
All the other doctors leave the project, and he's alone. He's like, I will work on creating a new, entirely unique race of cats. A super race.
And he's probably very drunk at the time of his recording.
And with the thing of this being Rick Sanchez is, Morty, we're gonna you gotta shove this cat right up your ass.
Morty, take this potion and swish it around in your mouth and then just spit it into the cat's brain, Morty. You gotta do
Rick,
this.
I don't think this is such a good idea.
You gotta do this for me, Morty.
Rick, I don't know.
Morty, you gotta do this for me, Morty. Rick. You gotta take this you gotta take this bottle.
Rick is burning my throat.
Just spit it in, Morty. Just spit like it's mouthwash, Morty.
Now. And then he finds out that So the cat, the cat talked to me and it challenged me into Mortal Kombat.
He's so drunk, like he's fucked out of his mind to the point that this cat spoke to him
and challenged him to Mortal Kombat.
And you know what? If a cat challenged me to Mortal Kombat, I would accept.
I'd accept. Grab it by the tail, swing it around, and smash it into a wall. Because cats aren't that hard to kill. I would do it unless necessary, but cats are hardly freaking scorpion. Okay?
What if a cat grabbed its 2 toys or something and just started throwing them like Hadoukens at you?
Then they're fucking plush toys. It won't hurt that much.
What if you grabbed some piano wire and some fucking a knife from the kitchen and threw it at you and was like, get over here?
Yeah, but cats don't have thumbs, dude.
You know what I would do?
No.
I would reverse it on the cat and start swinging it around by the wire. Going to hell.
And then he's in the basement. He gets attacked by Kong. Kong claims responsibility for the murders. There's a chase scene.
Yeah.
Then we find a female cat who's been cut open, and we see cat fetuses.
Oh yeah, this was one apparently Kong's favorite girl.
Solitaire, and those are probably his kids. And then we see
Solitaire. Was it Solitaire? Yeah, it was Solitaire.
Then they see a cat who might be connected. Then they chase it in the wrong way.
Yeah.
And then Bluebeard.
Oh yeah, Kong goes. Yeah. Loved that.
And then Bluebeard shows up, and they follow the other cat down into catacombs.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Bluebeard almost kills Francis for making that joke.
Yeah. This cat basically is like a shaman cat.
Looks like a shaman.
Yeah, and they follow it into the tunnel, and I thought they were gonna make
full of cat skulls and bones. And shit.
Not to mention the catacombs, but they made the joke. I knew they were gonna make the catacombs joke. I also thought they were gonna make they might stoop a little bit higher and go for a Meowschwitz joke, but apparently not.
No one's. Germans aren't going to make an
Germans.
Auschwitz.
Yeah, exactly.
Then they find out he's
Hey,
named...
if there's any movie that should have, though...
It's this one.
Yeah.
We find out he's named Josiah. He's he takes care of the victims of the... He thinks it's from God, but he takes from the prophet.
Yeah,
But he takes care of the victims of the killer.
Yeah, his first lines of dialogue are, "Do not attack the Guardian of the Dead." Which, honestly, you know what?
Then he gives he basically gives a story of all the cats that what's his name?
That
Protarius was experimenting on escaping after Claudandus killed him.
Yeah, he was basically taking them to...
And he lived with Brother Joker for a bit, but then Joker left to spread the gospel, and bodies kept appearing, so he was stacking them up.
Yep.
But they stopped recently, which is why I went above ground to find more bodies to guide to the Kingdom of the Dead.
Yeah, he's basically like, I don't know, I guess like thinks that he's like a ferryman of like the dead.
He's Charon, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Charon?
I guess.
I know they're two very similar names. One's a centaur who trained Hercules. One's a centaur who trained Jason.
Yeah.
The other is what's his name there with the ferryman.
Yeah.
Goes on for some time.
It shows this like weird little dream that
with an Egyptian
Francis
cat,
is having.
and then Francis fucks.
And then cat sex.
Then runs into a female cat who is named.
Just, jumps outside.
By the way,
hears, like,
her name is I don't know if I can pronounce this.
It was like
Nozemtek.
Nozemtek
is the name of that cat he fucks.
Wow.
And we see the cat. We see cat sex.
Yeah.
It's weird.
It's it's just straight up like cats fucking. It's. I don't know, that was a weird sort of thing to see in an animated movie, especially.
And find out she's an old breed. We find out from Bluebeard they're taking over the neighborhood.
The second they finish fucking,
so
his
who are
first
you?
question, the first thing out of his mouth is, "Where do you come from?" not even. Who are you? What's your name? Where like what are you doing over here? No, where do you come from? It's like, I don't know, maybe you should have asked that before you fucked the cat. Right? Anyways. So, she's like, "Oh, I'm new around here."
Old and new. When we find out they're a new breed from Bluebeard that's vicious and taking over the neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
They're
the biggest fucking sensation that's sweeping the cat nation.
We find out more that we go see Pascal again. He's talking about he's trying to convey his mission to one specific person in the neighborhood, the only cat who's smart enough to see the connection, and that's pretty much all that scene amounts to.
Yeah. Joker right now is basically the suspect.
Yep. And then there's a bunch of cats who come together to see, and they're explaining how the situation is with the murder investigation.
And the Bluebeard would like to state basically that they're only going after brothers with balls.
Yes. And then the cats are, so they're alerted to the situation.
Yeah, they have like this little meeting.
Basically a press conference.
Yeah, exactly. And they're all like asking each other like, who's the suspect so far?
Then freaking...
What?
We find Joker and he's been killed.
Yeah.
And then they're investigating some more, and
and at this meeting, they point out that like it hasn't been just like 7 or 8 cats that
450.
No, 150.
450.
No, 150.
No, 450.
I heard 150.
Well, it was. I've seen.
That's why I made a Pokemon joke. 150.
Gotta kill them all, Felidae.
Yes. But
then Francis hits.
They're saying, they're saying also that what was his name again? The fucking.
We get the
Claudandus was not dead.
Yes, that was we were told by Peppeline.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
not dead.
Is the granddaughter of Joker.
Yeah, she has like this really cute voice.
But we do find Joker later. Joker's dead, and then Francis is reading some books because cats can read now, I guess. And finds out that he hits on the idea maybe it's someone's trying to breed us back to Felidae.
Yeah,
the original cats around in ancient Egypt.
Yeah.
And that's why about the portrait of Gregory Johann Mendel in the house of Siebold, who worked for Praetorius.
Okay.
So, and because he was a geneticist, he founded genetics with experiments on freaking vegetables.
Yeah. So basically, this entire thing amounts to
he figured
the probability of it being a racial purity sort of thing.
So it's basically Claudius is doing eugenics.
Yeah, exactly. He's practicing in eugenics.
And Felidae
which is a common practice in Germany.
Francis goes to the Pascal's mansion.
Yeah.
Finds the evidence in the computer.
Yeah. And
that Pascal...
Bluebeard gets taken down.
But we find out that Pascal is Claudius.
Yeah, he's the big...
and that he's trying... Basically,
murderer.
His plan is, I'm going to breed cats back to how they were in ancient Egypt so he can, you guessed it, take over the world.
Yeah, exactly.
Of course!
Of course! yeah! And then they have this big cat fight. That was pretty awesome, actually.
The house is on fire. It's very brutal, because freaking Francis actually eviscerates.
Oh, yeah. They have, like, this entire fight, like...
And his intestines spill out. It's kind of fucking gross.
The house is, like, on fire, and, like, there's just, like, Egyptian, like, artifacts and whatever all over the place. Fucking fire everywhere, because, like, the computer smashes into, like, the curtains and set the curtains on fire. And basically they're having this massive fucking Mortal Kombat. Yeah! And Francis just like straight up like rips his belly open after he like pounces at him, just like from fucking bottom of the neck to
his groin, like
his
neck.
Dick.
It's like sternum to groin.
Yeah, just open. Straight cuts just slices his fucking.
Then they die, and then the movie's over, and
there's just guts everywhere. You can straight up see the guts.
And like, then Francis sends us off with some kind of environmental message.
Yeah, it's just like, remember, guys, like, take care of the environment and whatever.
Is it, you don't get a moral? What are you doing?
Now, if you excuse me, Merrick,
I have to go
fuck this other cat that showed up next to my window.
And then we end with a pretty good Boy George song, and that was Felidae.
Felidae.
Don't try to sing, Joe.
I know.
So what do you give this movie?
I give it a cricket on the hearth. No, fuck you around. So, okay.
Swear to God, I'll pistol with the next guy who says shenanigans.
Swear on me. So, I'm gonna give this movie 5 Rick Sanchez's out of a total of 7 cats talking to humans, and also about 11 fuck muffins. And a couple of cats swinging on a wire by a priest. That's my whole.
Your rating makes no sense.
Exactly.
I really like this movie. I've seen this about like the 6th or 7th time I've seen it.
I really like
this. This is about the 6th or 7th time I've seen it. It's dark. It's weird, but it is really fun. I'm always a fan of animation that isn't for kids. Mm-hmm. But not animation that isn't for kids. That's like shit like heavy metal.
Yeah.
Because I'm sorry, heavy metal isn't very good. Not the genre, the movie.
Yeah.
But I want something more. I want something more than just big tits. When I'm watching a cartoon.
Yeah, of course. It's not just like adult just for the sake of being adult.
Yeah.
It's like it has reason for being adult. And it's a dark story.
I like the murder mystery. I like the murder mystery subplot.
More. Yeah.
Well, subplot. The plot. I like the murder mystery aspect.
Plot in general, yeah.
And it's the eugenics thing got a bit weird, but I think I have to
it gets really weird.
Gonna have to give it 8.5, like 8.5. Freaking badger cats.
Badger cats
out of the Aristocats. Well, I've been Mark D'Amato.
And I've been the Bluebeard.
And we'll see you all next Friday.
Later, fuckers!
Ciao.